Shams has been vindicated. I think as resoundingly as possible. We have not recorded since the Jimmy Butler situation is completely blown up in Miami. There was some back and forth where Shams reported Jimmy's agent is trying to push the Heat to trade him. He's not happy there. There was a really resounding pushback from Jimmy's agent, and the Heat actually put out a statement saying, no, everything is great with Jimmy Butler. And then like 2 weeks later, they put a statement out saying, we're suspending him for a week or for 7 games for conduct detrimental to the team. And also, since he doesn't want to be here, we're trying to trade his ass, which is crazy to have official team statements like with it, like on the same calendar page saying those two different things. But great day for Shams. What do you guys think of this situation with Jimmy Butler and what's going to happen there going forward?
Yeah, it's, you know, like you mentioned, it's crazy how shit went so south so quickly, bro. But I'm really intrigued at this Jimmy Butler Heat front office standoff because it's got everything that I love, right? I think what we're seeing here is Jimmy, who has decided to sever ties with the Heat, because I'm assuming what the issue is that they don't want to pay him what he thinks he's worth, right? And so, you know, we've got that whole little conversation, the whole timeless employer versus employee. How much does your employer owe you? How much do you owe your employer as an employee? Discussion that we always see when it comes to like these messy sports divorces, which is right up my alley. You know, my HR talent acquisition face ass loves discussing shit like that, right? And also, it's messy as hell. And y'all know I'm a messy bitch who loves drama, and I love messy sports divorces. We got Twitter rants from Jimmy's agent. We got Shams. Shams spun the block on that motherfucker on Christmas Day, dog. Doubling down on what he said. Like, I dare you to step away from your family and argue with me today, bro, on Christmas. I'm really out here.
Meet me in Temecula, nigga.
Yeah, right. Real big Temecula on the 10-year anniversary. At that, I feel like that might have been an homage, dog.
Is it really?
Yeah,
it's 10 years.
Yes,
wow, we are
years,
old as fuck, bro.
That's what that Mike Evans shit had me feeling like. He been playing 11 years. Like I remember when Johnny Football just got cracking. You feel me? Like it doesn't feel like it's been that long. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, and yeah. So you know, Shams spun the block, and then we had that post game from Jimmy where he was like, I don't know if I have joy playing basketball here anymore, and I don't know if I'll ever get it back playing here. And got up and walked off. I was like, God damn. And then we saw Jimmy wilding out during the actual games. Where did y'all see that one-legged dirt fadeaway contested 3 he took? Did y'all see that shit, bro? Yeah, like he was mailing that shit, and Spo benched him in back-to-back fourth quarters. You know what I mean? And then we got Jimmy get suspended for 7 games for some behind-the-scenes shit that we don't have the details on yet.
For being a dickhead.
Yeah,
this
basically.
Him for being a dickhead.
Yeah. This shit is messy as hell, and like I said, that's my type of party right there. But I think what's most interesting to me about this Jimmy shit is I feel like we can have a really good discussion here on quote-unquote Heat culture. And I feel like something that's foundational about Heat culture is that's a franchise that's like the stars. You're not going to get preferential treatment here. We're going to get on your ass the same way we get on that guy who's ninth in the rotation, right? And I don't know how successful a business model like that can be in a sport like professional basketball, where your franchise guy is just so important. So much of your success lies in that guy, right? And I think that, like, you know, it leads me to wonder how effective a culture like that is, because we're seeing it play out in real time here, where we're having a staring contest where Jimmy says, you know, he's fine with getting traded wherever. He doesn't care because he's exploring free agency in the summer regardless. He's turning down a $52 million option just to see what's out there. Like, and I think that Miami doesn't believe him. And I think also Miami's like, if that's how you want to go, cool, we're fine with you getting off the books and clearing up cap here. We'll kill him in free agency. And my whole shit is, bro, the Heat are not major players in free agency. Like, if you look at the stars that they've landed, the only big stars that they've ever really gotten are Bron, Bosh, and Jimmy. And I feel like I don't know how much credit we can give Bron and Bosh, because that felt more like a Bron master plan than a Heat recruitment job. You feel me?
That was Wade. You know what I mean? Like, they came there for him, not for the Heat. You feel me?
Yeah. And it's like, and also the Heat, bro, they don't do those thank you for your service deals, right? Like, Like that's the reason Wade left. He thought they were underselling him. Pat Riley chose to pay Hassan fucking Whiteside over the greatest player in that franchise's history, dog. Which in hindsight was probably the right move. Wade was cooked, and Hassan Whiteside was probably the most underpaid player in the league at that moment, right? I get that, but he's someone who does not do that. Like I said, thank you for your service deals. He's someone who he's 80 years old, dog. He's not in the business of sinking them with these big contracts and being in rebuilding mode. He wants to win now, and he knows that you can't pay over the hill players if you want to win now, right? And I get that. But I just think that it's really interesting to have this discussion now on how effective is Heat culture in the NBA in regards to how they treat their franchise guys. Because there were like Paul Pierce tweeted out, bro, I talk to players. A lot of players do not want to go to Miami because of the way that star players do not get preferential treatment. And I think that's something legitimate to discuss here, bro. And I think this shit is only going to get messier. And like I said, as a messy bitch who loves drama, I'm all the way locked in. So I'm very much enjoying this shit right now.
Jimmy's in a rough spot though. He doesn't get what he thinks he deserves, but like the way he's going about doing it, like he's kind of old. And I don't know if he's going to get a max or what money he thinks he deserves. And the way he's acting is definitely not going to help. Like he left the Timberwolves on some wild shit. Now he's leaving the Heat on some wild shit. Who wants to sign up for this? I know Jimmy what he did with the Heat was amazing. I will never take that away from him. I don't know if anybody could have done more. He was playing out of his mind 2 playoffs to get them to 2 championships that they had no business being in. You know what I mean? So, but it's just like, gee, like you're not that guy anymore. You feel me? And you acting in this way, like you like Mike said, being a dickhead. Well, he said asshole, dickhead, whatever, one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not going to get you what you want dickhead. Either. He said what?
I said dickhead.
Yeah, dickhead. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to get you what
you
want.
Let the record
either.
Reflect.
Yeah. Like, are you
Could the official stenographer
enough?
please read the statement back? I called him a dickhead.
Are you valuable enough at this point to be worth the dickhead shit? You know what I mean? I don't know. So yeah, I don't think Jimmy's going to get what he wants going about it this way. Yeah. But it's interesting to watch. Like you said, Tyler.
We might have said the same thing about Kyrie. We might have said the same thing about other guys who did get what they want by going about it this way, though.
Yeah. But I think
Kyrie, okay, go ahead.
I was going to say, I think that Jimmy is probably the only person in the world who believes he is still a max player, which is what makes Jimmy, right? Yeah. And I've also always been on the side of things with Jimmy Butler, where I am not going to evaluate that dude until the postseason is over, because there's been so many postseasons where he has just impressed the fuck out of me. I was like, I have undersold this dude, right? I don't know if he has that in his tank anymore, but either way. But I completely understand Jimmy wanting out if his whole thing is, bro, if y'all aren't going to, sweeten the deal for all the blood, sweat, and tears that I've given this franchise, and y'all are going to give me a market value deal, I'm out. If it's just business, if it's not, appreciation for what I've given y'all, I'm gone, and I'll get that market value deal somewhere else on a contender. I get that.
I respect that completely. I do. And I think, like, bro, if you like can go out to the market and get more than what somebody's giving you to, do that too. I'm just saying, I don't know how Jimmy, how he's going about it, if that's going to benefit him. I don't think he's wrong for wanting out. I don't even think he's wrong for doing what he's doing, because I don't care enough. You know what I mean? I'm not like, this nigga wrong. Do what you want. This affects you. It doesn't affect me. You know what I'm saying? So, but I just feel like, I don't know. I don't think you're going to get what you want going about it that way. That's where I'm at with it.
But I see why it's personal to him. Like he gave he left so much of himself on the court that it's literally the visual meme.
Yeah, that's the most defining picture of Jimmy Butler, of him in the bubble, leaned over on the scoring table. Of the game where he outdued LeBron, bro.
Yeah, like I got nothing left. Like that's what he gave to the Heat. So I understand him feeling that way. Tyler, you make a great point about that Heat culture shit. And I'll tell you this, bro. This generation of kids is coming up. They like their back rub, bro. They do not like that. The program's bigger than you.
Yeah.
And
don't move him like that.
there's pluses and minuses to it. I might think we've like, I'm pro NIL, I'm pro kids getting paid. I might think we've gone too far in the direction of like, hey, especially like in high school, like actually maybe sometimes the adults should be in charge. You know what I mean? But like, there's no doubt that type of thing. Let me put it like this. There's a lot of all-time great college and high school programs who are finding out that type of culture does not work with this generation of athletes. And they're finding it out the hard way. You can find it out the hard way, or you can find it out the easy way with some NIL money, you know? But like, as an example, did y'all hear about this kid? And I wish the kid nothing but the best. I using this as an example, not trying to talk shit on him. Y'all hear about this kid, the quarterback who signed with Oregon and then dipped out after a week?
Yeah.
Signed with
Class of
Oregon,
25 kid, right?
enrolled early, which is what all the colleges pressure the kids to do. You don't get to be a kid and finish your senior year of high school anymore. You enroll. You don't get prom or graduation.
It's
you
a
go
job
up in
now.
January. It's a
Paying you
job.
that much money. It's a job.
Hate it. Hate that shit.
Yeah.
But kid goes up there. He's there for like a week of practice. Oregon is getting ready for a college football playoff game. They're trying to win a national championship. They're 13-0, undefeated, #1 in the country. Obviously didn't work out so well for him. He transferred out after a week because he said, I was surprised it didn't look like I was a focus for them, you know, in terms of getting playing time. This week, you talk about this, you're talking about they're not playing you when you should still be in 6-period math? Like, but that's what the portal NIL era looks like. Like, you go up there as not even a true freshman, and you're like, oh, damn, I don't know. I thought I was going to walk in and start at the Rose Bowl or something.
What? Okay, wait. He's not even. This is just him prepping for the next year.
Yeah, and he
Like,
wasn't
he's
happy
not
with
even-
like how many reps he was getting with the ones or something, bro. I don't know, but that's what he said,
the
John. He said
ones
he didn't feel like he was a focus, you know, for the coaches on the field.
That's not one of your back rub. That's delusion.
But that's what is running everything right now, bro.
Like
Like that, you know what I mean? Like that is those are the kids.
level of delusion.
Those are the kids coming out of high school. That is like the culture right now that's coming up. And it's like, I'll tell you, for people who cover high level high school sports, no one was even that surprised by that.
You're trying to win a national championship. A kid that's not even playing yet he wants to be the focus.
Yeah, it's like, bro, no one even knows who you are yet. Like they're
And their quarterback was a Heisman candidate. Like their quarterback was a Heisman candidate on a season where they made the playoff. Like, how much focus did you think you were going to get there, dude?
Yeah,
by the time
a Heisman candidate who has the record for the most starts ever in college football.
Yeah.
But I do that, and I'm just running the flag up the pole so everyone can see it. Like that's what's coming out of high school and into college, and you see what it's looking like in college. Like there's a ton of great things with the player empowerment era. They absolutely should be making money. I still don't think they should be making NIL money. I still think they should get a share of what the NCAA gets, which they're not currently getting a piece of the NCAA basketball TV contract, et cetera, et cetera. So like, there's still a lot to do there, but what you currently have with the whole, like, I think they're going to wind the transfer thing back. I mean, I just think they have to do it because it's so crazy and it is driving people out of coaching. I know people make fun of coaches for like, oh, now that the players are getting paid, whatever. It's not that, bro. It's the daily 365 days a year. This kid's in a bad mood. He's calling with demands. You know what I mean? And you're like, bro, like, fuck.
I mean, yeah.
Can we play the Rose Bowl first, and then we'll talk about your true freshman year?
You signed up for college kids, not pros. You know what I mean? Like that's different. Like, you know.
Well, but the thing is, with pros, you sign him to a contract, and when you get a Jimmy Butler situation or Tyreek Hill like took himself out of the Dolphins games, it's noteworthy. It's not noteworthy in college right now. It's like it's sort of what everyone is coming to expect. You know what I mean? It sucks. Sucks for the kids too.
And 17-year-olds are supposed to be somewhat delusional. I get it. You know, I mean, I'm not trying to, but it's just
we tell people all the time. I'm not trying to infantilize college athletes when I say this, but I tell people all the time, our friends when they're raising kids about the same age as ours, that the kids need you to have some level of control. There's nothing. No one in the world is more scared than a 5-year-old who looks up and realizes that the parents aren't in charge. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that about 20-year-olds. Like I said, they deserve to get paid, but like, individual 20-year-olds should not be running things. You know what I mean? We all remember what we were like at 20. There has to be some system that they can enrich themselves through, but that they're not completely calling the shots in and running the show, in my opinion. And I do think we got to find some kind of a middle ground. But to Tyler's point, that Heat culture shit is dead. Yeah. You are not, you are not like, you look at how Victor Wembanyama moved when he came in, and we would say he has kind of an old school mentality. These dudes are coming in talking about equity, talking about, okay, what are you going to put around me to help me succeed? Not, oh, okay, I got to come in and coach says that, I got to do, like, it's not that way anymore.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Like one of my favorite stories that kind of highlights Heat culture is when Jermaine O'Neal decided to retire. I feel like I told y'all this story before, where he said one night he was looking at a box of Oreos in his cabinet and was like, I cannot eat these because I'm on a weight restriction. I'm done, bro. I think that is just like a perfect encapsulation of how sometimes you might be going a little too far, dog. You know what I mean? Like ego management is part of the deal here too, bro. I understand.
But it's part of it for ownership too. It's part of it for the front office, not just for the players.
That too. Yes. Yeah. Yes. And bro, I think there have to be times where you have to understand that in the NBA, especially like I said, where one player can change so much for your franchise, bro. Sometimes you got to rub that motherfucker's back a little more than you're rubbing the ninth guy, than your ninth guy who's in the rotation. So, but yeah. Man.
A box of Oreos deciding a man's career decision. You know what I mean? Like,
I understand that to my core.
Bro, listen, I'm gonna just, bro. Life without a box of Oreos?
Every now and again. Not every day. Yeah. I mean, every now and then.
We ain't talking about, you're like, he looking at a box. I can't. Nick, come on. What are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to enjoy yourself. You know what I mean? Like, come on. I definitely get it. It's just, that's a funny ass thing to say when people ask, how did you know it was time to end it?
Yeah.
Jermaine O'Neal's been it. Yeah. I've been this motherfucker since he left right out of high school, Oreos did it, bro. You know what I mean? But it makes so much, and it seems so human too. So, but that's just funny. It's the most wonderful time of the year for getting in on all the hoops, football and hockey action at DraftKings Sportsbook. In the season of giving, we're being gifted college football and basketball, pro football and basketball, and pro hockey too, almost 24/7.
So many games every day, so many opportunities to place your first bet. Try betting on something simple like picking a team to win. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app and place your bet. And here's a gift for all new customers. Bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins.
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code Jenkins. That's code Jenkins for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins when you bet just $5. Happy holidays from DraftKings. The crown is yours.